is younger than that. These guys are 20, 22, 23 years old. How did you bridge the generational gap with this group that had never had success before?
You can't force it on these, young people. You just can't force them into a corner and say, this is how you're going to do it. It really doesn't work that way. You have to work with them, and you have to listen. And as I said to Trey, really Trey, because he's that point guard. He's the guy that's going to really lead us, and he has to be that extension of me out on the floor, and get these guys to play how we or establish the style of play that we need to be successful on the floor. But as I told him, it's a partnership. I'm working with you. We got to work together, and you need to listen to me and open up and allow yourself to be coached, but I also have to listen to you. And, we were talking about, we talk about this all the time in our film sessions, and, one of the things I said to him, because people are always calling me old school, and I'm I'm old, so I bring the old school with me. But, I really went back to a movie that I asked him, had he ever seen Drumline? A movie that was filmed here. And he's like, of course I've seen Drumline. And I said, you remember when the director, when they were coming up with their last performance, the director was old school. All he did was he wanted old school music, and their routines and everything that they were doing was really kind of old. But he had this new drummer that was, this guy he was Trey Young. New school, had it. And what I told Trey was, listen, we got to find a way to mix the old school with the new school. And that's what they did in the movie. They gave him a little old school, gave him a little new school. And what I meant by that was Trey plays the game at a tempo that many can't play. Yeah, he's a very special player. But he was playing every quarter, I thought, the same way. The first quarter looked like the fourth quarter. And in the fourth quarter, conditions change, as far as where the game is at. You're going to either be up, down, close. So you have to adapt to those conditions. And those were the things that I thought he showed a lot of growth in managing the game in the fourth quarter, slowing it down, giving him a little old school, getting set up, getting organized, and not just playing at one pace or one tempo. And but still bringing your game, to that fourth quarter. And I thought he'd really, we really don't get here or get this far if he does not make that type of adjustment and, mix a little old school with his new school. So you have to just really be patient and work with these guys, and you can't force it on them as they used to do back in the day.
Okay, Sarge.
There you go.